Documentation plays a crucial role in understanding published resources. Without documentation, we might be unable to use the resource effectively because we lack an understanding of it. Properly prepared documentation should allow a full understanding of the resource and possible ways of use. So, what are the characteristics of good documentation? The London Charter and Seville Principles, which we have previously discussed, offer valuable guidance on documentation. These principles recommend including a description of the applied working methods, a clear presentation of the research objectives, a list of the used sources materials, and available paradata, such as critical analysis and interpretation of the sources. They also emphasize the importance of respecting intellectual property and explaining specialized terminology. Of course, we should also include the final result of our work in the documentation, which should meet several requirements. Firstly, we should make it possible to identify the authentic and deducted elements for our reconstruction and present alternative solutions for reconstruction if they exist. If a reconstructed object has multiple phases, we should also document it. And finally, our object should be presented in the context of its surroundings. One of the most important factors influencing the usability of documentation is creating a proper content structure. This ensures full transparency and allows the reconstruction to be assessed with historical or scientific rigor. We should also use appropriate vocabulary and terminology referring to the standards and ontologies adopted by the communities targeted by our project. This can be achieved by using services such as Getty Art and Architecture Thesaurus, which is a database of terms related to architecture and art. Each concept explained there has its own identifier, which can be used for a reference. The documentation that meets these requirements can take many forms and vary in content, as appropriate standards for digital reconstructions have yet to emerge. The most common form is an illustrated written text or a graphical presentation. There are also some unconventional ways to effectively capture the digital reconstruction process, like a graph. It is a collection of bubbles with information connected by lines. The lines indicate relationships between different entities. Inside those bubbles, we can include information like source materials, texts, dates, people, events, visualization of reconstructions, and many other elements. This method allows us to create a big mind-up of our project. By specifying what type of relation the link holds, we create a special type of graph called a knowledge graph. Two objects connected by a defined relationship form a bundle named triple. This structured representation of knowledge is used to store data in computer science in relational databases. The triple is also used in the reconstruction argumentation method known as RAM. In this context, the triple is defined as a visual combination of the visualization, source, and argument. By combining the reconstruction's visualization with the source material, it is possible to conduct a quick comparative analysis to preserve historical rigor. Textual argumentation supplements the triple by justifying the decisions and clarifying inaccuracies or uncertainties. Documentation can also be integrated into 3D model. For example, we can add textual or multimedia annotations to the model's surface. This can be done after publishing the model in a 3D viewer that supports this function, such as Sketchfab, Smithsonian Voyager, or Compact. This process involves additional work in a different environment than the modeling program and requires careful preparation of the annotations and their content. Another method involves using object properties, which can be utilized in programs based on object-oriented modeling such as BIM or HBIM. They allow each element of 3D model to be represented as an object with specific properties, such as material, condition, or historical significance. This approach allows for detailed documentation and analysis, as properties can be customized to include information on hypothesis levels, sources used, and other relevant data. It is crucial to provide this type of documentation in an open, preferably standardized data format to ensure it is reusable by others.